We all know the feeling. You wake up, swing your legs out of bed, and your knees are stiff. Your knuckles swell when you try to open a jar, and your grip strength has quietly faded over the years. Most of us write this off as the unavoidable cost of getting older, or perhaps a bad roll of the genetic dice. But human joints aren't made of metal. Your knees, hips, and hands are not slowly rusting away in some passive mechanical failure. What is actually happening under the skin is a highly active biological process, inflammation. Think of it as a hidden, smoldering fire burning inside the joint capsule itself, which raises an important question. What if your aching knees and stiff fingers are actually being actively broken down by triggers you are unknowingly feeding every single day? To fix chronic joint pain, we have to stop treating it as an inevitable symptom of time and start treating it as a direct reaction to our daily environment. Let's go past the skin and look at the microscopic anatomy of a healthy joint. You have solid bone, a smooth cap of protective cartilage acting as a frictionless shock absorber, and a bath of clear fluid keeping everything lubricated. Look at this diagram showing the "what happens in your joints" section. Notice the anatomical model of the knee glowing red. This illustrates the first stage of the cascade. Inflammation acts as the initial trigger. It rushes extra fluid and immune cells into the joint space, causing the immediate pain and swelling you experience. Once that swelling is locked in, we hit the secondary effect, cartilage damage. The trapped pressure from the swelling creates abnormal friction. That smooth shock absorber begins to fray, leading directly to the wear, tear, and extreme stiffness that restricts your movement. Finally, we reach bone weakness. Because the joint hurts, you move it less. Combine that lack of supportive physical activity with poor nutrition, and the bone itself begins to starve. This completes the structural breakdown, severely reducing your daily mobility. A painful joint is a localized ecosystem under active biological siege. It deteriorates rapidly because of this specific three-part inflammatory cascade. But inflammation doesn't spontaneously generate out of nowhere. The primary fuel for this biological fire is our modern lifestyle. It starts on our plates. When you consume high sugar and highly processed foods, they are chemically recognized by your body as toxins. Your immune system responds immediately by flooding your bloodstream with inflammatory markers. Then there are the physical factors. Sitting at a desk all day allows the supporting muscles around your joints to slowly atrophy. At the same time, carrying excess body weight geometrically increases the mechanical crushing force, acting on those already weakened knees and hips. Add in the hidden lifestyle multipliers, like chronic dehydration, persistent high stress, and poor sleep, and the problem compounds. Without deep sleep, your body is completely blocked from initiating its crucial nocturnal repair cycles. Eating a sugary snack literally sends inflammatory signals straight to your knee cartilage. Sitting for 8 hours directly weakens the quadriceps meant to protect that same knee. The daily comforts and conveniences of modern life are the exact mechanisms slowly dismantling our structural foundation. Because this joint damage is driven by daily lifestyle choices, the cure is entirely within your control. You have the agency to extinguish the fire. Look at the sequence of icons in the healthy joint tip section. It maps out the behavioral shifts required to stop the cascade. By adopting an anti-inflammatory diet, prioritizing daily hydration, maintaining a stretching routine, and optimizing sleep, you cut off the fuel supply. Once the inflammation is halted, you can launch a nutritional counteroffensive. To actually rebuild lost cartilage and restore bone density, your body needs specific raw materials. To strengthen surrounding tissue and bone, your joints need calcium, vitamin D, omega-3s, magnesium, and protein. You can source these from accessible everyday items. Drink milk for calcium, get sunlight and eggs for vitamin D, and add fish or seeds for omega-3s. Joint health is not a passive waiting game, but a daily, active pursuit. By swapping inflammatory habits for targeted nourishment today, you are actively rebuilding your body for a pain-free tomorrow.